All right, this is the part-time live trading session for today, being the 7th of February 2018. It's been a bit of a lively market action there. We have seen the price kicking, especially across the New Zealand dollar axis. Okay, well, let's just look into the chart very briefly, a few pairs to see if we have anything to trade. But before then, looking into the Forex Factory economical calendar for high impact news announcement that are scheduled for tomorrow. We still have the Bank of New Zealand. Governor will be speaking shortly. I think that's the next news announcement. This is an early news announcement. After that, we are going to have also the governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia governor speak. That's tomorrow morning. Then others will have to deal with interest rate coming from the sterling pounds ads. So tomorrow it's going to be much of a volatile day for all sterling pounds crosses. All right, let's proceed into the charts and look at a few pairs. Looking into the sterling pounds against the American dollar, the daily time frame. Well, we are still holding this trade. This was a trade we took yesterday. Very wrong entry, but in the right direction. We hope price is going to find a range, as we are seeing here in the 1 hour time frame. Price is going to find that this range, and by tomorrow we might be seeing price pushing above that level of resistance. That's the plan. This level here has been holding price as support. That level has been holding price as support, so the stop loss is hidden just below that level, so we are still going to keep this pair. Okay, we are going to keep this trade. Like I said, hopefully we are going to see price push above that level of resistance. All right, the next one is the trade that we are involved in, the euro against the sterling pound. This is the daily time frame. Well, price spent most of the time, most of the important time trading above that area. We wish all of those trading activities there had happened to the downside. So we are only eating a very small portion of the meat. Okay, we are eating a very small portion of the meat in all of those moves to the downside. Well, the market is about close, just about 21 minutes to the market close for today. I think it is wise to cash out 50% of our profits right now before the spread value begin to widen up. Okay, so we'll cash out 50%, and my 50% is one lot, 1.1. Market execution 1.1. That's 50% of my lot size, and I will close that one. Okay, so a stop loss, you cannot trail your stop loss to break even position. If you do that, there is not enough room. Price is likely to hit that stop loss at a break even position. So we will just we are supposed to keep it at the high of today's candle, but it's still too far, so let's just keep it somewhere around in here. Let's keep it around the let's see. Okay, around the 0.888 level. Let me write that again. 0.888 level. That's where we have now moved the stop loss to. So we'll let that run for one more day to see if we will get a price pushing to the downside again. Right, so that's it for the euro against the sterling pounds. Let's look into another one. The euro against Australian dollar price didn't really perform today. We didn't really see much of action here. It's a green candle, but this is still valid for another sell stop order. So we are going to be placing our sell stop order on this one with our stop loss just a few pips somewhere in here. Let me look at that. The low of this candle, 1.5632 level. 1.5632 level. That will be the sell stop level. Stop loss, let's just place it somewhere around in here. There is no need to take that too far. Let's keep the stop loss somewhere around in here. Okay. Value from stop loss to entry is about 100 pips. So let's use the lot size calculator. I'm going to edit that. 100 pips, 100. I'm going to risk 2%. So changing that to all right, it's recommending 1.81 lot size. That is it. That's the recommended lot size for this trade. So we are going to place the sell stop order 1.81. Pending order, sell stop order at price 1.5632 level. At stop loss. Stop loss 1.5731 level. Okay, so I'm going to place that order right here. Okay, so my order is placed. Hopefully price is going to come back down for today. Like I said, it is still valid. Everything still looks good. I'm expecting that we are going to see that bearish candle to the downside for today. So let's keep that for the euro against Australian dollar. Okay, let's look into our other pairs. The sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. This one is very close. Price is very close to that area, so we are still watching to see if we can get any entry sign around that junction of the chart. The sterling pounds against the Swiss franc is approaching a very key resistance level. Hopefully we are going to see that turn to the downside any moment soon. So no hint to getting. We are still following the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. Price is reacting off the monthly level of the weekly level of resistance. Remember, we talked about this resistance level many times. With the interest rate announcement, we saw that spike to the downside, but price is still just above this rising trend line. It looks bearish, and it looks price is ready to push to the downside. We will be following here in the daily time frame for a trend collapse strategy. Okay, trend collapse strategy, or in the weekly time frame, we'll be waiting to see how this current candle closes. If it is, then we'll be placing our sell stop order, stop loss somewhere in the air, and hoping that price will keep pushing to the downside. So it is a potential setup that we are following. The New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. Right, so that's it. Next one, the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Here I just want to let you know that we have not taken any short entry here as against our review as of yesterday. The price romance against that level of resistance is just too strong enough. There is no sign of rejection, so we are actually not going to take any trade of that level for now. It is a level of resistance, but like I said, there is no sign of rejection, so we are not taking any trade of that level of resistance for now. Okay, all right, now euro against the American dollar. This is another one. We believe price is making that a pullback in the weekly time frame into support zone for us to look for buy entries. That is still far away, but in the 4 hours time frame, you will notice that price is trading around a level of support. That's the counter trend line, holding price right now as support. Although we don't trade this type of weak bounces, so let's just pass on this. The euro against the American dollar, you should not be clicking on your sell button here because price is trading against support. Okay, so nothing else to discuss here. We just have only one order placed, which is coming from the euro against Australian dollar. That is the order that we have placed right here. Nothing else to trade. We have cashed out 50% of profit from the euro against the sterling pounds, so we are keeping the remaining 50% running. The sterling pounds against the American dollar, prices are against us. We are sitting at a loss, but hoping that price is going to push to the upside any moment soon. All right, that's basically all in this review. There is no need to waste your time. It's about 10 or 11 minutes. I think that's just fine, hitting the nail on the head. We'll be talking again before the London market opens. Meanwhile, if you have questions or contributions, feel absolutely free to post them in the live chat window where we will be discussing the all together. Okay, thanks for watching again. Bye bye.